Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
Decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up. I miss you guys. I really do. Let me see what's going on here. Trying to get all the devices up and running at the same time. I am on time today. And I know it may look like I'm not, but I am. So you guys, we're always coming in on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Central Time. We're talking about the Tyrese case. If you always look in the description below, you kind of get an idea of what we're going to be talking about and what is going on. If you missed any of them, they all in order, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. We're on part 4 right now. And this is to keep the awareness of Tyrese Gibson. Okay, GIP. I know it may sound like I say B, but it's GIP, Pete with a P. Let me speak and say hello to everybody in the chat, because on Tuesdays we can do that. I mean, lately we've been able to do it even on other days, but we've got everything worked out. If you didn't know that our channel was flagged, we appealed it. We won the appeal. We're back here. Everything should be working like it should be. We don't know if you're trying to super chat and it don't go through. I mean, they're still trying to, it looks like it's still not up yet. It looks like it's still not up. I got to get with them and tell them. Hey, Danae, she says new member. She became a member. Thank you, Danae, she was a member before. So we're trying to get everything back established. Once they get in there, things are not working the way that they used to. And I'm looking, and it's just like membership. Join for membership access to this channel. So I don't know what that's going on. Maybe everybody needs to become a member. And that's okay with me if you become a member. That's better than the super chat because then, you're invested. Okay, let me speak to Mrs. Jessica Lynn. How you doing? Loving God is in the building. Batcave, Sonia Watts, Carisha Brown, 0870 White is in the house. Linda Williams. Angie Crooks is in the building. How you doing, Angie? Haven't seen you in a while. Betty Mosby. There's my girl. All right. Marsha Poole. Danae is now a new member again. Loving God. Emma Pratt. How you doing? Crystal Power. Linda Williams. S. Hagen. Galaxies and Stars. Ida B is in the house. Latina Davis is in the building. Sugar T, Batcave, Lisa Calhoun, Latina. Danae says, "Oh, I'll become a member too." Thank you, Danae. Danae. Oh, she's already. It keeps popping up. It keeps popping up, Danae. Like she done did it 2 or 3 times. I don't know why, but it's done popped up on my screen 3 times. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. They might have to explain that to me. Linda Starr, Curly McCoy, Freddie Johnson is here. Sherry Manning, how you doing, Sherry? She says, well, good to be able to get some time to get in here. All right. Passion B is in the house. Infamous Truth Teller is in the house. Curlin, Shay Bay, Patricia Jackson, Danae, Avalanche, Joy Hartman, how you doing? Nice to see you in the house, Joy Hartman. Make sure you guys share the live. We got to get our Miss Jessica. We got to get our people in here and know that we're on here. Now, I did get notification today, and that's kind of weird because usually I don't get notification. Sean T. Thomas, how are you? Haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the family. Welcome. Hopefully you come back. If you don't know, you guys, let me explain for the people that's here that are new. Leslie, how you doing? I see you in the building. We come on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Central Time every week, no matter what. And Tuesdays right now is a special for only Tyrese case. We're only talk about the Tyrese case. This is his time. We're going to keep this young man's name in our mouth. I mean, because his remains have not been found. And like I said, if you look in the description box, we're going to start filling the description box out because that's something that we need to do that I think that we just didn't do. And I think we need to do it because we don't want nobody saying we ain't doing nothing over here. We doing some stuff over here. She said, hello. Nice to have you in the house, Miss Thompson. Avalanche Steele is in the building. Sharice Johnson, I see you in the house. I didn't forget about you. Let me just go down it real quick. I seen Paula Jefferson. How are you? I see you in the house, Paula Jefferson. And Valerie Montgomery is here. Latoya is in the building. How you doing, Latoya? Passion B is here. Lisa Calhoun, Angie Crooks, Sherry Manning, Rhonda Hayes, Batcave, Freddie Johnson, Curly McCoy, Linda Starr, Rhonda Hayes, Batcave, Carisha Brown, Joy Hartman, Robinson, Galaxia and Stars, Latina Davis, Sugar T, Loving God, Carisha Brown, Ida B. S. Hagen is in the building. Linda Williams is here. How you doing, Emma Pratt and Danae? She's coming up 2 or 3 times in here. Julianne Berry, how are you doing? Julianne Berry is in the house. We got them in here. We got our family in here, and we need to spread the love. Nikki Ray, I see you in the house. And Monique Hall is in here. She done ran in here. Valet Fitzpatrick, how you doing? I need to make sure. Miss Dee Dee is in the building. How you doing? And Leslie Henry is here, aka Black. Um, let's see, how's everybody doing? Batcave, yes, that's my girl. Curlin Walker, how you doing? And Katrina's in here. Okay. Jesse Staten, how you doing? Haven't seen you before. Maybe you knew. I don't know. Let us know. Jesse Staten is in the building. Okay. I think I got everybody in there. And Lisa Calhoun. Andrew Crooks, I see you in the building. She's putting emojis out there. Okay, you guys. And Alphaterica is here. And Patricia Patton is here. She says, justice for Tyrese. You guys, we've been talking about Tyrese for the last 3 weeks. So this is the fourth week, fourth Tuesday. We got to talk to both sides of the family. Make sure you share this live, you guys. You don't know how to share it, just share. If you share the live, put a 1 in the chat, you guys. Just put a 1 in the chat if you share the live. If you don't know how to share the live, I will show you real quick because we want awareness for this young man. He's not a baby. He's a young man. He was 22. I think he was 22 years of age. Thank you, Candy Richardson, for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Avalanche, thank you for sharing. Jessica, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Come on, you guys. This is your chance to help the channel. And you say you always want to help the channel. Help. You guys know our numbers went down because we were flagged. So we need you guys to help us pick it back up. We don't want to have to wait until it's Christmas time and then all these new people come and you be like, okay, these new people winning. But you know what? They wouldn't be new if you go ahead and share it and let them know that we're here, we're in there. And you never know. Danae, thank you. Thank you. Emma, thank you. Katrina, thank you. Loving God, thank you. Kerisha Brown, thank you. Batcave, thank you. Thank you. And Jessica, thank you. She came in here and she's doing the thing. Thank you, Jessica Staten. Okay. My first time live, but I've shared after. Oh, thank you very much, Joy. Thank you. Thank you for coming up. This is our first. Okay. Well, we hope your experience will be okay and you will pick us as your family. So make sure everybody get to know Joy and Jesse and Jessica, Miss Jessica Lynn, because we want them to know that we just not on here. Barbara Cohen, how you doing? She says, I'm in the house also. Okay, I see you. And Salem done popped on in here. And Kenny Richardson is in here. Okay, so let's get down right on into it. Okay, you guys? We done said our hellos and our Maz is in there to welcome you guys and make sure that we do not have all the foul language in the chat. You guys, if you gotta say something and, call in so we can, that's one way that we don't have to just private the whole video. We can clip that out or have a voiceover or something if we need to, or we have to delete the whole video. And that's one good thing about us. We don't keep it on there because we know that kids sometimes while you cooking, you got us on the big screen, and that's fine. So we want to keep it clean, but we are going to get downright personal with what's going on. So I want to say something before, and thank you, Curl, for sharing. I want to say something before I get started, because some of you guys come in on the morning walks, and I have not been doing like a lot of morning walks because a lot of stuff is, it's raining. It was raining this morning, and this evening it rained last week, in the morning. So I wait till it stopped raining, do the little walk. We have conversation. Sometimes you guys get a nugget. So a part of the family in here knows that I have talked to the other side of the family. So what I'm saying is some of the people that is allegedly been pointed out in jail or accused of knowing where Tyrese is or knowing what happened to him, their family have reached out to me and I have spoken to them. Okay. Two, not just one, but two. And they didn't let me know who the other person was, but sure, it doesn't matter. I still take in consideration what they said. We are still talking to the spokesperson for Tyrese, and sometimes Tyrese's father comes in the chat, and sometimes Tyrese's mother comes in the chat. Sometimes they'll call in, okay? So we do get quick feedback, and some of these questions, was addressed or already addressed or something, but you guys need to hear for yourself instead of me just telling you about it. So one of the questions was, and it was a question that I had, and I'm gonna wait till we call, and she probably knows what the questions are and everything. So I'm not trying to trick nobody or anything. I'm gonna go ahead and get her on the phone if that's okay with you guys. You guys ready? I'm gonna get her on the phone, so we're not gonna waste any more time. I got 98%, so I'm good. Here we go. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up while I make this call. And you guys can wait on it. Uh, oh, I better look and see my call log because it's probably quicker to go down my call log. Because I did speak to her for a very short time. And I know it's hard to get a hold of me now because I got a lot of stuff I got to do. So I got to get these things done in order to have my house in order. So I hope you guys understand. She said, ready, I'm behind. Yes, you're behind, but you can catch up. Hey, Pisces Princess, how you doing? Good evening to you. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? You done came in. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. I'm glad that we got right in touch with you. I'm sorry that we didn't get to talk more than just once over the weekend.
No problem.
But there's a little backlash, a little bit going on.
Okay, let me step out of. Is that better?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, it's better.
Better?
Yes.
Okay.
So we are live right now, and there's 97 in the house, and so one of the questions that so we had some questions. You did send me some receipts, but we're gonna talk about the receipts in a minute.
Okay.
I'm not. I want you to know that I'm not going to be aggressive towards the family. This is not my intentions, but there are questions that some people have brought to my attention, which I've had some questions also. So the first question is, well, one of the family members or one of the boys that's in jail called me, and I let you know that, and we talked for 40 minutes.
Okay.
And they gave me some concerns and what was said, and I will stress to everybody when I speak on their behalf, because I asked them, if you want to come on, you can. They did not want to come on the channel and speak. And I said, well, how do you want me to address this? And they said, however you see fit. So I will put out there what they said.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
That is fine.
So one of the things that the person said, and a couple of things I won't talk about right now. I don't think it's the right appropriate time until me and you get into a little bit more of a conversation about that. So I don't know where I'm going, because we basically came into this kind of like blind.
Right.
So, everything that you have told us, it kind of, when you was first telling us this, it seemed like it was unreal, that it was 6 or 7 people, 9 altogether, about 9 people involved. I've got my notes right here. And I didn't say anything. It just sounded like it was unreal to me that all these people can be involved, or all these people know something, or they were there. So first of all, Let's start with Dinky. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The first thing that the family member told me is because I thought when you guys or you were on here that Dinky was out of jail. And they told me Dinky's not out of jail. It's $1,200 to get him out and $300 a month. But Dinky is still in jail. Is Dinky out of jail or is Dinky in jail?
Dinky was supposed to be let go that Tuesday, according to the judge. He was supposed to be let go that Tuesday. And if you can recall, that's the day we had the show. And that was the last word the family had at that moment, is that he can go home. And that he was going home. Now, from what we've been told since then, something has transpired, and we're not 1,000% sure exactly what, but something has transpired to where, as of, I believe it would be 2 or 3 days ago, he was still in there. Now, I'm getting conflicting reports on that.
It's easy to find out if he's in there or not. You just call down there to the county jail, and if you know his name, you just ask him. It's public information. Is he in jail or is he out? But his family member says they don't have the money to get him out.
Yeah, I called down to the court or to the jail, and I was told, I called personally, and I was told that they could not provide me with that information at the moment. So, I don't know why, but
they cannot provide. What jail is he in?
I called down to Cherokee County.
Cherokee County?
Yes.
What's his?
When I spoke to Anderson County, they're telling me that he was in Cherokee County. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay. There's a Miss Jessica Lynn in the house, and she says jail record shows him still in jail. What jail is he in, Jessica? What?
Jessica might know.
Jessica, what jail is he in? What county is he in? So what court did you guys go to?
I was not in court.
Oh, you didn't go? Okay.
No, I was not in court. But I was told that he was still in there as of 3 days ago. What transpired in between that time, I don't know, because the grand jury did not end up meeting that following day, that Wednesday.
She says Cherokee County.
Right. Okay. I called Cherokee County, yeah. And I was told that they could not give me that information at this time.
Okay. What is his government name?
From what they asked me not to say his government name right now. We all know his government name.
No, I don't know his government name.
I mean, we're having some issues with that I was asked not to give out the government names anymore, and that people could go look it up for themselves. So, because according to his family, they're saying he's still a minor, but according to Texas, he's not.
Okay. I don't know his government name.
And somebody, if Jessica wants to put it in chat, that's fine, but I was asked not to say it until...
If anybody in the chat knows his government name, please let me know in the chat. What's his government name?
Right.
Ratistic says 174 says he turned 17. They released his name. Yes, he released it to the public.
Yep. It's an easy Google, but since I've asked not to, you know how that goes.
Okay, I got it right here.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, it's Jamarlyn Lynn. Jamarion Lynn. Okay.
I'm not going to speak his last name, but yeah, that is correct.
So what's the deal? So So this is the discrepancy that I have. We want to know if he's in jail or not. I want to know if he's in jail or not.
As of 3 days ago, yes.
Cherokee County Jail, Texas.
Yes.
Okay, let me see real quick.
And apparently the grand jury was pushed back until later on.
Hold on.
Sheriff's office.
Could you tell me if there is a Jamarlon Lane that you have?
No, ma'am, you'll have to contact the jail. I'll give you that number so you can call.
Okay, thank you.
903.
Okay.
683.
Yes, ma'am.
6365.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, could you tell me if you guys are holding a Jamarlon Lane?
Yes, we're holding.
You're holding him?
Yes, we do.
Do you know the charges?
Aggravated kidnapping.
Aggravated kidnapping? Okay, thank you very much.
The lady did not tell me that. She would not.
Okay, so he is.
Yes.
That's what the family told me. He's still in jail. He's not walking around. They can't even get $1,200 together, and it costs $300 a month. I mean, that's not a lot of money.
No, but that doesn't make sense to me either, okay? Because they've gone for several bond reduction hearings, and from $675,000, I don't know how far you can go except for down to $1,200. You know, so it got reduced as far as it can possibly go outside of zero.
But there was no indictment in place. So if you have no indictment, you have no reason to hold someone other than the smaller charges that you don't need an indictment.
And his charges are that aggravated kidnapping, but I'm saying the family and defense attorneys have gone for several bond hearings, reduction hearings. So with them going for several bond reduction hearings, I don't understand how much more of a reduction you can get outside of $1,200 for the $300 a month.
Okay. Patricia Patton said it's $600,000 now. No, it's not $600,000 now.
It's $1,200 technically.
It's $1,200 for his bond. I should have asked him. Matter of fact, I'll just call him back and ask him, because I'll just call him back. It's no big deal. I'll just sign on out and call right on back and ask him, because he seemed like he's getting these calls anyway, and people trying to figure out how much or whatever, because he knew exactly what I was talking about. So yeah, I just called a minute ago. I was asking in regards to a Jamarian Lane, and you said that you guys are holding him. What is his bond for him to get out? $600,000. So how much do a person have to come if they get a bondsman? With $60,000? You got to come with $60,000? Okay, thank you. His bond is $60,000 to get out.
Right, 10% of the $600,000.
So it's not even $12,000.
$1,200.
$1,200.
That's how much it is for the ankle bracelet and the monthly fee. It's $1,200 plus the $300. So 10% of the bond is $60,000. This is why we couldn't understand how Derek made, or DJ made, that bond. That was a lot of money to come up with.
Okay. So my understanding was $1,200 to get him out of jail. And it's not that. It's $60,000.
Well, see, this is where it's conflicting, because the judge said that he had no choice but to let him go, but with a monitor, an ankle monitor, and that monitor costs, as you know, $1,200 plus the $300. I think it's a month, week, possibly, and then it still shows, $600,000.
Yeah. They just said it. It's been a whole week.
$60,000.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a whole week.
We don't know what transpired in that time frame that caused them to not, let him go. I do know that the grand jury did not convene the following day as they were supposed to.
So what I'm saying is the $1,200 is the contingency. He comes up with the $60,000 that he has to also pay $1,200 to be in the program for the ankle bracelet and $300 a month following.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's a whole different, that's different than $1,200 and he gets to walk. That's a big difference, because they're still holding him on a $500,000, more than $500,000 bond.
Yes, all of them were being held on that. And from what I gather, DJ has a ankle bracelet as well.
Okay, so that hasn't changed from last Tuesday, even when you guys went to court.
No. Something transpired to where he did not get out. Now, if it's the money thing, then that's, one thing. But again, and Mr. Wooten is in the chat. He can confirm or deny, but I do believe that he was told that day that he could go, and they've been going to these bond reduction hearings, and the bond was higher than that previously. So with the bond being that much, where was the $60,000 going to come up at if the $1,200 couldn't be, came up with?
Yeah, they well, I don't know what was previous because I didn't check, I just thought that what information I was getting would be like, you guys know what was going on, but I don't know what his bond was previous. I have no clue what his bond was. I can actually call them and ask them what was his bond previous and things of that nature. But we're not there now. We're here now. So I just want to know, okay, because $500,000 is still huge. It's still huge that it's going to be hard for another person to get out. I mean, I don't know what it was previous. Even if they went and put in these motions to decrease the how much the bond would be, it's still huge.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is like now I was kind of in my feelings when you guys were speaking, like he can actually $1,200 get out, because anybody with $1,200, if they're running a town and everybody's scared of it, I mean, you can work at McDonald's and come up with $1,200. So I was a little bit heartbroken when I heard the $1,200 he gets to walk, and my understanding was that's what it was, but it's actually so the bond was actually $750,000 first.
Yes.
And then it reduced, so that it just reduced to $150,000.
Yes, but with the situation in court, and again, Mr. Wooten can verify, with the situation in court, all he would have had to do was come up with that $1,200.
No.
The bond was placed because the bond didn't matter anymore. Am I right, Mr. Wooten?
No.
Because I want to make sure
No.
that that's what they told you guys.
No. $1,200 is for the monitor.
Right. He was going to be out on what's a PR bond. Remember the personal recognizance? So that eliminated the $600,000 bond, and all he needed was the $1,200. Remember, we went over the personal recognizance, and he would have just needed the $1,200 for the monitor. That was the contingency on him getting out.
So they're not going to put a PR and then go back and boost it up to 600,000.
It's been at the 600,000. It was at 750. It dropped down to 600,000. It's been at that. When they gave him a PR bond, then all he needed was that $1,200 for that ankle monitor and whatever the monthly fees are. So whatever transpired in between that Tuesday and today has him still there.
Family, that don't make sense to me. Am I just not understanding? I mean, they're gonna give him a PR where he can get out on his own recognizance, and then while he's still in there trying to dig up $1,200, turn around and put a $600,000 bond on him. No more information, no more evidence.
No, that was his original bond. Mr. Wooten just said yes, that was. For that day, he has a PR bond. That was his original bond. That 600,000 was the original. So the PR, from what we were told, it was just to give him the ankle monitor, and he could have went out if he would have had the 1,200.
No.
And if he can't get the ankle monitor, he has to stay because that's part of his bail or his, the contingencies on the PR bond.
Okay. That doesn't.
It is a mess.
That doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. And see, and that's why, like when we don't know the little details, and then their family is telling something totally different, and we go checking what they're saying is adding up, and it's just weird. It's a weird feeling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, I understand what you're saying. You said you had some questions for me regarding them too, right?
Yeah. Because they were saying that they wasn't even in the town, but as that person was talking, because I guess, how sometimes people will talk and while they're explaining the story, they were saying that the one individual, their son was not even there. Like their son was at the sister's house.
Let me guess, 2 hours away. Right?
Yeah. I didn't ask was it 2 hours away or what. But that person's not charged. So the police went and got a statement and got information that person was not there. So the family is saying, do not be saying his name because he was not there. And would that be fair to keep saying his name if he was not there?
I've seen no such statement.
Huh?
And all the previous statements that I've seen, he was there as a witness to this and was a participant in this. And he continued to taunt and make fun of this situation and do things to make himself seem like he was a participant in this as well. So
No,
As
he
far
he was not, Joy. The person we're talking about was not even arrested.
Yeah. I mean,
But Mr. Wooten is saying he was there. He was in town. He was there.
Yes, he was.
So why was he not arrested?
This is part of the stuff we don't
If
know.
all the rest of them got there, if you there and you witness a crime,
the only way I can see you not being arrested is if you told something that you knew. And your participation in it was a lot lesser than the individuals that are behind bars or facing these charges.
And then this person's family member, parent, been in jail. And then we were talking about Dinky's dad for a minute. And I thought you said that the he did the sent out the word to do it or whatever. And I know you can be in jail and send out the word, but I thought he was physically there.
Rodney McMorris, yes.
If he was physically there, or was he
he has a biological father.
Okay.
So Rodney McMorris is not his biological father.
Okay.
I know exactly who his biological father is. He has absolutely nothing to do with this particular situation. Not that I can see. His biological father has been in jail for a while. And I'm sure you know this based off of your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So the person that he calls his father that has been helping raise him is Rodney McMorris.
Okay.
Am I a little bit more?
Okay. Now I'm getting that. Now we're getting to understand some stuff. Okay. So Rodney McMorris. Okay. Yes. Rodney McMorris. Okay. Okay. So that brings me to another question I had. What was it? Organized crime. That's right. The one who give up the information walks in. It's a corrupt town. Anything can go on. Try to think. Trying to think. There was some point there, and it just came and it went real quick.
Was it about what you asked me?
What's that?
The other day. About the allegations?
Probably not. No, it was something else that I wanted to touch on that the family said that. Mm-hmm. Okay. They also said that the vehicle that Brianna, that you guys are talking about, Brianna drove, was not drivable and being sitting in front of the house. The same vehicle that you said that there was some blood for evidence in it.
No. See, we have to understand, we switch cars.
Okay, but
Brianna was in a truck at first, an SUV of some sort.
Yeah, and that's what they said. That SUV never left in front of the house. It's been sitting there. It wasn't working.
It's been sitting there. They got multiple SUVs sitting there.
Okay.
Multiple cars.
Yeah. I can. Okay. Yeah. And I'm in agreement with you on that. I'm in agreement.
Mm-hmm. And as we know, she picked him up. We know this 100%. She picked him up in an SUV, and he was switched to Cameron's car.
Right. Okay. And let me make sure. So here's another thing. And I don't get it and I don't understand. First of all, let me say this because I said I would say this. So their family wishes for us not to put certain names out there because one is not in jail and one that is in jail. And I understand that. Not speaking about the one that's not in jail, because if there was any evidence, he would be in jail. So you're speaking on someone that's not in jail. We will definitely have to always say allegedly.
And that's fine. I'll say allegedly. Even though I know better, I'll say allegedly. And truth be told, this is if somebody, you know those saying, you know what you know what you know.
Yeah.
When you know that you know that you know.
Yeah.
See, I know that this young man had an involvement. I know that this young man allegedly was there. I know that this young man has information as to where this child is.
Okay. Yes.
So I know the things that he's been saying and doing ever since, which is making his own self look like he was Mr. Big and Bad and that he participated to get whatever street cred that he wanted to. Mm-hmm. And now I know that they are allegedly getting quote unquote threats. But when you know that you know that you know, you know.
Okay. Okay.
And he needs to say something. You know, they need to say something. Because it's okay to call and advocate for your family, but at the end of the day, what do you think Tyresse's family is doing?
Okay.
They're trying to call and advocate for him too. They want him home. You know where yours is. You can lay eyes on yours. You can touch yours. You can hug yours. You can stand up for yours. But they can't. They can't touch him. They can't hug him. They can't give him, let him rest in peace. This is not right. And he knows exactly where he is. Okay. Allegedly.
So we have a family member in the house that's asking, how did Tyrese get in this circle of such evil people? And Mr. Wooten says, my son didn't know them.
Okay.
Is that the answer? Because I'm gonna, if you want.
He knew Brianna.
He knew Brianna. Okay.
He knew Brianna.
So he's been having sexual relations with Brianna.
They were intending to.
He didn't know none of the other people.
He went to school, from what I gather, or he bought weed from Dinky. That is the extent of who he knew. Now his friends knew, the others here and there, seeing them around town, knowing them, from parties or whatever the case may be. But actually hanging out with these people, no.
Do you want to hear what this family said?
Please.
Or no?
We didn't heard it all. Please. I am 100% in.
They used Brianna to set him up. And I'm in agreement with that. 100%. Mm-hmm. They used Brianna to set him up. I'm in agreement with that. But this family member said that she said some, what kids do when they become teenagers, they smoke weed, they sell weed, they around people with weed. Sometimes they take each other's weed or whatever, and things of that nature. So, I mean, that's not even like, that's just the way kids are. They are. No kid is perfect. And I get that. So are you in agreement with he could, I mean, that's how he know these kids. So he does know them.
Weed. Yeah, he
smoke weed. Okay.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay. That's an agreement. Okay.
Yeah.
But she also,
you gotta get it from somewhere.
And one thing that has me concerned one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can rest easily. She also said that he was out robbing people, and we talked about somebody thought he took some weed, $150. That was it. But
that was supposed to be Dinky, allegedly Dinky.
This person directly said that, and that's what makes me understand that their involvement must be involved, because you're speaking on something that you should not even have known if it's not even actual or exists. Said that there was some weed stolen, was robbing people, and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. That was the allegation that he stole weed and clothes from Dinky. Now, what he would need clothes for? And a little bit of money.
Okay, so you know where I'm going with this, because you said clothes. You said clothes because clothes was involved in the conversation too.
Yep. Now, what clothes?
Now, how can somebody steal clothes and weed if they don't know them, but they only know Brianna?
From the car. All this allegedly happened from Dinky's. Well, it wasn't Dinky's car. It was Cameron's car that Dinky was driving. And again, none of these allegations popped up until after the fact.
Right. And nobody knew.
There has been nobody knew none of this until all of a sudden, oh, well, he robbed me, he shot at me, I didn't tell nobody, but, nobody knew about it. And if he was running around robbing people, yes, we had heard about that too. When, like I stated, when the police, and Mr. William can confirm, when they went to make a missing persons report, the police were like, oh yeah, we want to ask your son, we've been looking for him because we want to ask him about a phone or something. And they said, well, he's been at home. They looked into the phone situation. Tyrese was ruled out. This situation did not come about. These allegations didn't come up until after Tyrese was missing. Again, no reports were filed for him allegedly shooting at somebody. No reports were filed for him allegedly robbing somebody. Well, nobody went to the hospital. I get
that, but what sometimes, see, I've got people in the chat, and I'm going to read this right here real quick, and it's from my mod, and she be on some stuff. She be on it. So she's saying, regardless of what he did, he didn't deserve his life taken like this, period. It was organized to take him out. But what people don't realize, we live in a world of people that the streets have rules and regulations also. So when you're trying to get answers of what happened, you don't need somebody blowing smoke up your butt. You want to know, why have they tortured this child? It's not because of $150. So what is it? This lady told me that he was already supposed to be spoken to on another murder case. Did somebody try to take him out because he was going to talk?
No, that I don't know. I don't know if they were going to try to take him out because he was going to talk.
Well, when you're looking for answers, what I'm saying is, when you're looking for answers, you get answers of the other stuff, and you're trying to bring it together, saying, well, you can't pinpoint who it is until you figure out why. Why would this is not no accident? Okay, if you're going to tell me that they shot him in the back, you're going to tell me that they burnt him and put a blunt on him and they tortured him and they taunted him. This is because of some anger. What did you do? What did you say? What is it? This is more than just a regular, I don't like you because $150 came up missing. Was you going to say something? Did you see something? What is it? Then you can figure out how or why these people or who is behind this. It's not this.
Wait. Mr. Wu wants to get on.
Okay, but okay, that's okay. But what I'm saying is, people in the chat is like, this is smearing. This is not smearing. If these people are saying this, is there any that I gotta ask? Is there any truth to it? Because if he seen something, and they took him out right before the police talked to him, or could ask him any question, is that possibility? Is there a possibility for that?
That is a strong possibility.
This is. I'm not trying to smear this child. So people get in the judgment because I'm asking these questions. But if we always have to get in front of the conversation, because it makes us look like, you know what I'm saying? It makes us look like stupid if we don't know these things, and then the street tell us, oh, he's seen this and he done that and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a possibility, because Tyrese was excluded, you know what I mean, from this, and you never know what he might have saw, or if he.
But was that even true? Was that even true?
That he was, not to our knowledge, and not to the detective's knowledge, and not to anyone else. The dad can tell you right now. He's actually calling me now.
Okay.
I don't know if it's okay, but
okay, yeah, it's okay. I mean, we gotta hear the see, and here's the other thing, because we were on the last Tuesday, and I was really stunned that we didn't know that he was going to court. Had I had some days off, I could have flew up there or drove up there or something.
Hold on a second, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying he contributed to his death. I'm just saying there has to be, when you're looking for who done what, there's got to be a reason. I mean, this is not no crazy stuff. It's got to be a reason, like what's going on. They're saying it could be something. I don't know. I just can only ask. Yes, how you doing, Mr. Wooten?
I'm doing all right.
I'm not okay. First of all,
I have spoken with Jacksonville Police Department.
Uh-huh.
And my son was not involved in no murder in Greene County. He told me if he was involved in a murder, no matter what, even though we put him in a missing person database, they would have came to our house and searched it from head to toe with them. And no law enforcement had contacted us, so that's a myth. That's a lie.
Okay, so she just told a lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really strange to me, see how we can throw out her son's name and ain't nobody brought him up until we start saying his name. He's a young man that's been snatching down posters, burning flyers, and everything like that. Right. And I did see some receipts of him taking down the flyers and snatching them down and everything. Our son. So I'm glad that you called in. I know we in our hour, but I want to ask you a question, because I'm not understanding something, and I will speak what she asked me to speak, or they asked me to speak also. And I'm not trying to disrespect your son at all, but when we're looking for answers and questions, and we're trying to find out, sometimes we got to find out what we're dealing with, because we can run into a burning house and we all get burned up because it's chemical, and it's just not just a regular little, you know what I'm saying? So we got to know what we're dealing with. Okay.
Okay. So this person's family said that they reached out to you guys, not knowing that their family was a part of this missing person, but they're so gung-ho to want to help you guys that you guys shun them and you don't want them.
And I don't know why they're really adamant about they want to help you guys. They're just saying.
Let me clear that up.
Okay.
She reached out to us just to try to run game on us to find out how much do we know.
Okay.
But we didn't buy into it. We didn't respond to her messages. So that's when her and another group of ladies went on social media bashing my wife, calling her out her name and stuff like that.
They went on social media and did this?
Yes.
The young lady that called me?
Yes. And we got those receipts too. Simply because they did not respond and didn't wait.
And it just like Miss SP, when Cameron had something, before he got, I say about a few days before he got arrested, he wrote me and my wife a paragraph saying that he was had no involvement, he was out of town, and I'm like, how can you be out of town and you was here that night? We got receipts and proof of that he was here that night.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All this, it all inspired that it went down like this. It's all over about $200 worth of drugs. They came down here, just try to make a statement like, oh, you mess with us, this was gonna happen.
What do you mean, Mr. Wooten?
Well, I feel like they tried to make a statement talking about, okay, you shot my nephew or you shot him and you robbed me and stuff like that. It was my son, the Lord is my witness. My son showed me on his phone, writing in that morning, Snapchatting him, something about, you shot my one and only son, I'm gonna kill you. So we couldn't even know what I'm saying, go back and get that snap because they took his phone. Because he had it saved in his phone.
Oh, your son had it saved?
Yeah, you can't find his phone or anything like that.
But it's in the clouds.
No.
We tried all that.
Oh.
No. Apple would not cooperate really without subpoenas.
Well, you get a subpoena. You get a subpoena.
They wiped his whole. They had somebody else hack into his account.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if they can. The phone that you look at, this phone, okay, whatever you put on this phone, it's never destroyed. Never.
Have it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Once you put it on there, it never goes away. Ever. I'm telling you.
If you can't get to the phone and you can't get into the cloud to get to his information. Now, some of it you guys were able to get right.
Yeah, some of it we weren't able to get, but the other part, like trying to locate his phone and stuff like that, Alpha told us that we had to notify. We had 24 hours to find his phone. By that time, it was well over 24 hours. We were like 48 to 72 hours.
They need a lawyer and to get that subpoena. Do you guys got a lawyer?
No, we don't.
The last lawyer they thought they had.
The last lawyer that we tried was what's his name? Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, it came out his mouth that I can't help you guys with that because he's defending one of the people that was arrested.
That's after he asked everything you knew, though.
Yeah.
And asked me to help find his missing mother.
And I'm like, how can you defend somebody and your mama missing, but you're gonna defend somebody that kidnapped somebody's kid? I don't understand that.
Okay. See, I don't think you need the phone to get what was ever on there or ever typed on there. But I know for a fact, once you put like anything you typed, anything you looked at, any apps you brung up, if it's ever been there, you sent a text message or text message been sent to you, you can throw this phone away. It's actually, it's just a physical phone. But actually, all that stuff it's up there. It'll never, I mean, once you text it, it's there in your account. You don't need the phone.
But everything went to Snapchat.
And they disappear in 24 hours.
Yeah, everything it's 24. It disappeared 24 hours.
Oh, you thinking it was on the Snapchat?
Yeah, that's how you would communicate with me on Snapchat.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So a lot of these kids communicate on Snapchat because of the fact that if you don't save your stories and stuff in 24 hours, it's gone. I mean, it's gone.
That's why I want to bring awareness to all the parents. Just pay close attention to your kids. Watch the circle that your kids are involved in. Because I don't want nobody, not even my worst enemy, to be going through what me and my wife and our family is going through.
Right. There was one other thing that I mean, I don't understand why this family on that side don't understand that you guys don't want their help. I don't understand why you, I mean, I understand why you guys don't. They don't understand why you guys don't. But I understand it. I get it.
If they break down and come from their heart, we don't want to know what happened. If they know what our son is, let us know. That's all we ask for. They can write Jacksonville Police Department. Don't have to put no name and nothing on it. Hey, this is what Tyrese is. And just give them direction. We just want our son home. Let us start our healing process. But as long as we continue to look for him, we'll never hear from this.
And yet I did express to them that when they were talking about keep their son's name, like there's no reason to put their son's name out there and their family members' names out there. That's not out there. And I'm like, but you know, if it was my child and you came to me and your child knew something or had something to do or was there or whatever, then if you were really sincere about help, tell your child to tell me where my child is at. And she said, but my child wasn't there. Well, you know all the ins and buts about what car, who wasn't there, who was there, who got shot at. There's a murder case. So you know this. So if your son is truly sincere about this, and you guys want to be sincere and you want to help, go. Hey, if you got to get a police officer to go with you, go to that mother and father and say the things that you're saying. Let it be on record instead of.
Yeah, if they want to do that, they can meet us down at Jacksonville Police Department.
Yeah, and then people will not be, thinking this because somebody, Brianna, said that they were there. And if they want to get mad at somebody, they should get mad at Brianna.
Or their child for making themselves look extra guilty by doing he's not no child. He's a grown man, and he's running around doing these things. Yes, he's a young man, but you're running around, snatching stuff down. You're having these conversations. You're putting up songs. You're putting yourself smack dab in the middle of what somebody said you already in, allegedly.
Okay.
So it's you're angry at someone else for pointing this out. Why are you not on him to stop? Because you're putting yourself into this. Somebody else put you there, but you're confirming it by the behavior that you're doing.
So
what sense does that make?
I don't know. The other thing I have to say what this person said. The other thing the person said, speaking to Mr. Wooten, they said, and I'm going to say it the way they said it. So don't take this out on me that I'm saying this, because I'm not saying this. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I think the people you guys are dealing with don't get it. But this person said, this mother said, and this is word for word. How would you feel that your child is being allegedly put in a situation where now it's messed up his whole scholarships, and he'll never get a scholarship? He has scholarships and things of this nature and stuff, and he's not part of this thing of what happened to Tyrese, and now his life is destroyed. Yes. I'm just saying what she said. I get it. I said what I said, but I want to hear what you said. I'll tell you what I said after what you say what you said. I mean, what you're going to say.
This person didn't have no involvement. Not one. Why would you go to social media, do the things that you do? Why would you put that type of pressure on you? And you talking about scholarship? For one, scouts, they watch your social media. In every sport, they gonna find out what social media that you own the most, that they gonna watch you.
Exactly.
In a way, it's like they want you to look at their son. What about my son? My son's supposed to be in college. Was on his way to college in August on a partial football scholarship. My baby didn't even get the chance to touch their field. I want their parents to close their eyes and listen to me talk. Close your eyes and just think about it. You at work. You get out of work about 6:30, you know what I'm saying? You checking your phone. Your voicemail box is full of your son's kids. Your son's friends. Miss. Have you seen this person? Have you seen him? We ain't talked to him all day. Where he at? So you call your husband. Have you seen him? Has he been out? Everything goes to panic mode. You call your son's phone. First, it'll go to voicemail. Then at night, it's like it's been totally cut off. And I know for a fact that I paid this. I was paying that deal. I didn't give nobody no authority to turn that phone off.
Is it in your name?
Yes, the phone was in my name.
So you know the code to get in the phone?
I don't know. You got to have it unlock code. That was the only problem. With Apple iPhone, you have to have that person unlock code. I didn't know it. My wife didn't know it because she had changed his unlock code.
That's why they can't get into the cloud.
Okay.
Because they don't have the unlock code.
And for the parents that said this,
Mm-hmm.
just try to imagine, you know what I'm saying, trying to sleep. You've been up 4 or 5 days, no sleep, just going off the Lord's strength. Then when you finally do close your eyes, you wake up, you just realize that you was only asleep for about 10 and 15 minutes. Me and my wife, we done that for about 2, almost 3 weeks. No sleep. I thank the Lord for my wife's friends and the closest family that we have. Because they made sure that they practically were forcing us to eat. But the reason why me and my wife still standing strong is because of the Lord. Mm-hmm. And if this family got the Lord involved, got the Lord in their heart, they'll step up and say what I went on, and we'll leave it at that.
Exactly. I'm in agreement with you 100%.
Because it's something about that name, Jesus. Mm-hmm. You call his name,
It's the sweetest thing.
man, come on, John. You together.
I'm in 100% agreement with you. I couldn't understand why she could not understand you. I mean, you couldn't tell me you want to be a part of this, and if I solely believe that your child was involved or could help or say something, and you want to be a part of this, you can't be a part of this because no, I wouldn't want to look over my shoulder. You can't ask me no questions. I just wouldn't want to have nothing to do with you, but they insisting on, why, and I'm like, you don't understand why. I didn't understand it myself. But I did have to put it out there because they asked me to ask you guys that.
But, may I ask a question?
Yes.
But you know how LC,
Yes.
if he didn't have no involvement in this, the Lord is my witness. I will walk up to that man and give him the biggest hug. And if he it's the only way I do that, if you tell my wife that I will thank him what my son is, he'll be a hero to me.
And apologize for behavior. Sorry. Does she know?
Okay, so you saying let's make sure because I know the volume is really low, but you saying if he came to you and told you personally.
No, they might not feel comfortable meeting up.
Right.
We can meet up at the Jacksonville Police Department.
Yeah, meet at the police department and speak to you guys one-on-one instead of all this texting and hiding and tearing down stuff and putting people's names out there. And just if you're for real, if you didn't have nothing to do with it, if they really wanted to stop or they really don't want, if you want to get it corrected and resolved, that would be great. Okay.
Now, I know what I'm saying, the mother is probably watching the podcast.
Yes.
But it's coming from me. Her and her son want to meet us down at the Jacksonville Police Department. We can get together and know what I'm saying and come up with a date. Mm-hmm. We can do that.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. That sounds reasonable.
Oh, yeah, no. Let me see.
Yes.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I know for a fact that it's not going to happen. But I'm just throwing it out there. Because it's like this, Mr. LP. Other people love our son. Kids love our son to them.
Mm-hmm.
We got a mysterious message on our phone with her son stating on Snapchat we don't fist fight, we commit first degree murder.
Well, you know, when I look at,
That was posted last night on Snapchat.
oh, really?
Yeah.
See, and you know what? And I understand what you're saying because I'm in a situation myself trying to tell my boss about one of my clients. I'm a pediatric nurse, and the family don't want to believe what I'm saying. So I'm talking to my boss saying I don't really want to stress it too much. But parents never want to believe that their children is involved in something or doing something or anything. So you're saying that her child put on some kind of app or something or Snapchat.
Facebook, Instagram, yeah.
And did you?
And he stated on Snapchat, we don't fist fight, we commit first degree murder.
So why would he do that? And she just came to me, and I think that was like Thursday or Friday night when she called, or maybe it was the weekend. I don't know.
That's why I said what I said. But see, parents, pay close attention to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how old they are. Watch your kids. Pay attention to the circle that they're involved in, because it takes one person out that whole group to get that whole group in a world of chaos.
Well, that really.
He specifically said that he rolled that boy up in the blunt. And he said that on Snapchat. I'm sorry. And it just so happened to get screenshotted before it could be deleted. And that was the conversation between him and DJ, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Right.
Rolled the boy up and rolled him up in a blunt. Rolled that boy up in a blunt.
They did all that on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I thought that boy Tyrese. I rolled him
up in the blunt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So why?
And I'm like, if you didn't have no involvement, man, why you going to say do this? Then we got messages from back. The parents, she know who she is. You know, let the street handle the street. Okay, we don't deal with the street. We don't deal with the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when other people that love him, that's involved in the street, start messaging you, know what I'm saying, knocking on your door and stuff like that, me and my wife, we don't have nothing to do with that, because we don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff or anything.
Right.
But you talking about let the street handle the street. Then you talking about your family getting death threats. Okay, well, let's rewind. You said let the street handle the street. We don't want the street handle the street. We trying to do it, let the law enforcement do everything that they have to do, get people that they need to get, and move on.
Right. I think this person was telling me about one of her friends that came up missing, and then they found her and she was passed away, and the way that they handled it, and she was comparing how they handled it and how you guys handled it. And I'm like, okay, I get that. But you can't tell a person how they want to handle their missing child because, or whatever, and I think, I don't know that. I mean, she was comparing how she handled how they just let the police, but they went and looked. That's what she said. And they searched, they got answers. They went and looked when they told them not to look. And so, and I was thinking to myself, you're not getting this. If this was me, you couldn't tell me how I'm going to search or how I'm going to handle it. If I want to do a street way, I do a street way. If I want to go with the police, I go with the police. But if you went with the police and not get no answers in the street way, you're not getting no answer. What? You just want me to sit back? No, I'll just do it myself or something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what her understanding is on that. I just don't. I just told her I would bring it up and ask all the questions, because I'm not understanding all the circumstances.
See, but Miss SP, if I can't help, if you can't help somebody, if you do this for, I mean, way more than a lot of us do, helping people, investigating cases. And if you can't help somebody or somebody won't let you in, you're not going to go to social media and bash someone,
Right,
and call them all kind of names,
right.
and talk about, well, now I hope he don't get found because y'all not answering me.
Wow.
You know, that's why there's so much anger in this thing right now, because like, really, if
She said that. She said that, and expect you guys to call her and say, and
yes, they did not respond. They didn't engage. They didn't call, say no. I ain't looking for your help because of who you're. They didn't do that. They just ignored it right then and there. They didn't have the time to be dealing with it. They didn't have the time coddling somebody's ego, you know, or fulfilling somebody's hero complex. That's not what it was about. At that time, they weren't thinking about you being upset because they don't want your help, or they ignored your calls or texts. They had so many coming in at the beginning, and then knowing who you were, you're gonna go on there and well, that's my grandson they talking about, and you found out the information. You could have went back to these people and started talking about them like dogs on the internet, and nobody did anything to her.
right.
So,
you know, Miss SP, you know, it's heartbreaking. You know, if people in the Palestine Westwood community, if they were so scared of these people, like I said on our first podcast, if you go to these people, this is your opportunity.
Right.
To push it off and get them out your community.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But a lot of them, I'm scared. You know, I can't do that. They know they gonna come do this. They gonna come do that. How can I do that if they stay locked up?
Right.
It got to the point, Miss SP, one lady, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about moving away.
Right.
And I'm like, you shouldn't have to leave your hometown. And I'm like, this, who stay somewhere in a community where they scared?
Right. You're right. You're right.
It just don't make sense to me. Because I'm not going to stay nowhere where I'm afraid, but I'm not afraid of nobody but the Lord.
All right. I can't speak for them, but I think that they have moved away. They're not even in that area right now.
They're still there. They say that all the time. They're still there. We know that for sure.
Oh.
They do this. This is repetitive. This has been done on a few occasions.
Oh. Well, I'm just saying what she said. Her son does not even live there. That's what she said. Her son now lives in Dallas.
Okay, well, if he stays in Dallas, it's pretty strange how a few days ago they said they seen him in Palestine.
Okay.
But you know, I'm gonna keep, me and my wife gonna keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna continue to pray for these people.
Yes.
And you know, and it's not no bad prayer. We just praying that they find the Lord and get closer to the Lord, and make Him know and convict their hearts, and they tell what they know.
Right.
And that's what we just gonna keep pushing. That's what we're gonna do.
Amen.
So prayer changes things.
Yeah, it does. Well, I hope that I know that she will look at it. She looked at all the other ones, she said. So I know she'll look at this one, and I'm not going to reach out to her. I do have her number, but I'm not going to reach out to her. If she wants to respond to what she's seen and what she heard, she's welcome to. And we'll yes.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Did she say at all, by any chance, that she saw the receipts that you saw? Because
No.
I find it hard. But parents don't always know what their kids are doing. And I always tell my son, your mom's ain't no prayer book, so I don't jump to immediately defend. I want to get to the bottom of the situation. But, no, the parents don't always know what their children are doing. But something tells me that at some point in time, I just want to know, has she seen any of the receipts that has been shared around?
No, the receipts that you sent me, she called, I think it was Thursday night or Friday. I can't remember what night she called. I can look on my phone and see exactly what the time date was. Hold on. Let me get the date on that because I don't want to lie. Let me see. Okay. What's her name?
It's receipts, Miss SP, that her son that they're going back and forth, talking about they tired of this, they ready to put on all black and do this and do that. It's crazy. Y'all got my baby, our baby, but y'all want to harm her.
Oh, she did.
Because we getting close to finding out about everybody that was involved in this.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
They do try to harm her. The Lord won't let that prosper. Nobody before you said, oh, this household will prosper. And then the Lord's going to stop all of that.
Actually, she's texting me now.
I'm glad you looked at your phone.
Okay, so I will read it first and then make sure it's legit. At 5:53, she says, all of that I heard about Tyrese robbing people was stories that were said afterwards. Okay. And then hold on, because it keeps skipping because I've got you guys on here. So she says, in our conversation, never said anything about clothes. You're right. Family to the person that we're not supposed to speak on. You did not say anything about clothes in our conversation, but look at your text message. You did say something about clothes in the text message that you sent me. That's where I got that information from. Okay. So you have to look back at that because I do keep my receipts. Let me go. Hold on. Oh, it keeps jumping. Why do it keep jumping like that? Because I got you guys on the phone. I just want to read today's text messages. All I heard. Okay. Everything I told you, I heard. I never said it was definitely. That's what she said at 6:01.
Okay.
At 6:02, she says, I never bashed them. Read all my comments that other people did. She says, I never bashed them. Read all of my comments the other people did. She said that. She sent that at 6:02. Then she says, I also said that no matter if my family is involved, Tyresse's family deserves justice. Yes, she did. She said it more than 3 or 4 times. She says, right is right, wrong is wrong, 6:04. So she's texting a lot. Then she says, 6:10, she says, if I knew what happened to Tyrese, I would definitely tell. I know what it's like to not know where your loved one is. And then at 6:13, she says, wow, so now you're even saying that I supposedly know what happened. This is why I should have never said anything at all. I'm still taking up for Tyresse's family, and you are dragging out everything the wrong way. Okay, so now she's a little upset with me. Then she says, I would like to see receipts of everything that they are speaking on that concerns me. No, I just wasn't. Let me make sure, because if I try to speak for somebody, I always give them the opportunity to come and speak for yourself. I cannot be a spokesperson for you and this person because I'm going to say the wrong thing. You're not going to like the way I say it. I'm going to have some kind of a feeling emotion about it. So don't get upset. The opportunity was presented to you. I even put it in the chat. You don't have to show your face. You can come up here. You can state what you want. I will put my number up there. You can call in right now if that's what you want to do. If I said anything wrong, or if I didn't say it exactly the way you want to say it, you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity right now. I'm on here 37 more minutes than what I really needed to, but I'm not trying to one way or another. We're justice for the children, not justice for you because you're feeling some kind of way. That's not it. I try to explain it the way I got it. And if I didn't get it right, please let me know. I said everything that you said. Didn't add to it, didn't take away. And if you want to see the receipt on the clothes that you sent me, saying something about the clothes, I will show that on the screen right now and hide your number. Because I didn't make it up. It was just something about some clothes right here. That's in our conversation. I never said nothing about clothes. Hold on. It keeps going up or whatever.
I asked, did she see any of the receipts, or did she know about any of these posts and the things that her son was doing? Because you can jump to defend your child because that's generally an instinct. But did you know that he was running around ripping down these posters? Did you know that he was sitting up here making these posts about putting him in a blunt? And I found that boy Tyrese, and I'm tired of this shit. I'm ready to pardon my French, this is his word, not mine. I'm ready to put on all black and go take them out, speaking in reference to the Hutu. Do you know this? Because you're defending at this point and saying that he had no involvement when he's putting himself deeper and deeper into this case. And just because he is not in jail does not mean that he does not know something. It does not. We know that people fall and slip through the cracks all the time. Why, we don't know. A lot of times we'll never find out.
And I'm looking through my notes right now, and I remember the full conversation. And you know what? It's not even there. The full conversation is not even there. So yeah, so they're using what they want and then pull that out. But they actually used out the point where it said because the point, she said that somebody shot at somebody, and she was saying what Tyrese was going around doing, and she wasn't wanting to say it because she didn't want to bash nobody, but he wasn't no saint, and it had to do with robbing people, robbing for weed, and taking the clothes. I remember, period, point blank, because I said to myself, clothes. Now, where's the conversation? You tell me, because I know that I read it. I can't make it up out the air. And then she addresses it. Now you're sitting there saying, I didn't say nothing about clothes. No. So I'm looking for it. I have no reason to lie. This is not my child. I have no reason to lie. My child is not in jail. Nobody's saying my child done this. So for me to come and say, I didn't say nothing. Now you're calling me a liar because that was in the text message. The text message is not there. I wish I could show it, but I'm not going to make screenshots of everything that you said. If you don't believe me, every phone call is recorded, and I will play the recording of the phone call. Don't make me into no liar, because that I am not.
You should have a new message, Mrs.
I don't like people to play with me like that, because I don't like. I don't like it. No, she didn't text me since 6:25. And the full conversation is right there.
Yeah.
And everybody that knows, all my calls are recorded. No, I didn't ask you for consent, but I tell you what, I do know how to get around it and let the people hear what you said. I don't have to put you on blast, but don't call me no liar. Because when I'm dealing with the streets, I already know what they're going to say. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. You put it in a text message.
Yeah.
I have no reason to come and tell these people a lie. They're looking for their child. And it's very embarrassing and it's very disrespectful to sit there and then now want to play on words. And I don't, and like I said, I'm gonna just be honest. You know, you wanted me to tell them about how would they feel if this or that, and I think the same way they think. I'm sorry, but I do. If it was my child, you couldn't tell me about your child going to scholarships and eating lunch tomorrow, and you get to see him and get to kiss him. My child is still gone. But is it fair? No, it's probably not fair. But is what I'm going through fair too? If you really was sincere about wanting to help, just have your child and you and him can just make a date and meet them and talk to them and quit hiding behind these words in this Snapchat, super chat stuff. It's really simple if you're really sincere about it.
I hope she is.
She says,
I'm
when
willing to meet them at the Jacksonville Police Department.
right, they say when they message you, take a picture of it. I'm not going to take a picture of it because you know what? Because I don't play games, and this is a grown person. But like I said, I'm not a liar, and I know they don't want me to play the whole 40 minutes in 10 seconds of the conversation. Because I don't have a problem going to court. I just don't have a problem going to court.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe Texas is a two-party state where you have to tell the person, but I don't believe that it is.
No, it's not.
It's not, right?
So that's, but some people, they get mad at you and say, oh, so you're making this into this. If they don't want you to help them, and this is what I told her, then leave it alone. They don't want your help. Your son, they feel that your son has something to do with it. And I get it. I understand it. You can't change what somebody thinking, what all they know. Just because they don't want to tell you what all they know, which, we come out and be like Mama Bear. Because if this was my child, I would set my child down and say, now tell me what's really going on. And we'll be at the park talking about it. And then my son's going to have to tell me, because I don't want to be sitting here defending you and it's making things worse. It's making you look like a fool, making me look like a fool. Now just tell me the truth. And if you really don't know nothing, and then let's go. Oh no, Mama, no. We don't need to be running for our life. We don't need to be involved in this mess. And then maybe they can get to some truth. And maybe the people that are in jail, like Brianna, will come out and tell the truth. Maybe if you really want to help, maybe then she will really come out and tell the truth. And quit putting everybody in this, and everybody else is getting mad and throwing threats.
Yeah. That's not okay. None of this is okay.
And she was like, I want to see some receipts. See what I'm saying? For what?
Maybe.
You can sit down and talk to the family, and they can show you all the receipts you want to see.
If she want to meet us at Jacksonville Police Department, I would show her all the receipts that we have.
We're gonna be there for a few hours.
Well, you guys did get a response. So that was the response. I don't know how She hasn't spoken after that. So
Mr. Wu has put his deal on the table and done this several times throughout this case. They have done this several times throughout this case, and I feel like that's the generous offer to, meet them, to speak with them, to do all of that. And if someone chooses not to take that offer, then that's on them. But I believe that's a generous offer.
right.
That's more than generous. That's a Christian offer.
Right.
Because a lot of people would not do that. A lot of people would not extend that olive branch. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people aren't taking it. And this is a way to clear it all up. If I had an opportunity like this, and this is my family, I'd be down at the police station. It's so quick. Your head was spent. I'm here. My child's here. Let's clear this up. Because, like you said, no, you don't want to be on the run. If that's the actual truth, that there's threats being thrown around, I don't know. I have seen no proof of such. She's stating what she heard about Tyrese. And as I said, these allegations did not come out until after he was ending.
Yes.
All the things that we heard, that what he was doing, it was like, why you want to run and tell us now? It takes a village to raise a child. If he out there doing something wrong, don't wait till something dramatic happens to that person. Confront us and let us know what he's doing now, so we can fix the situation.
Right.
So we can get him on track.
Right.
Don't wait till it's over 400 and some days and he's still missing.
Well, I don't understand, right? Like right now, like they're in the chat or they're looking at the chat right now, and they can log in with any account they want and speak on it right now. I've put the link in the chat. They can come up if they want. They can write it in the chat if they want. But to text me and be like, well, I want receipts. If need be, I'll be, if family, if you want me to send the receipts that you sent me over the weekend, I'll send it. If you don't, you don't. They ask me some certain things, and I'm going to speak to them personally. You asked me not to speak on some things, and I have not. I've kept my word. And you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not one of those people that go around and flip-flop. But if you want to flip-flop on me, don't do that. Please do not do that.
You specifically stated when we spoke.
No, I was talking to them. I was talking to them.
I'm sorry.
No. I was talking to them. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you said you wouldn't. Whatever they said, you did not. So
I have not spoke on that at all. But if you don't believe that, I can go in and restore all the things that's sent to me. So just don't text me and then start being like, you lied, you did this, and you're saying it like that. I will play it and everybody can hear exactly how it will sound. I've got it right here.
Well, Mr. Williams, do you want me to release? Those are between you and I, and it's just T at the moment. If you want them out, we release them. Just give me the go. Can she have a couple of the receipts?
No, I'm not asking for them. The person on the other side is asking for them, but
The only way that she can see those receipts is meet us down at Jacksonville Police Department.
And that's it. That's it.
Okay.
It's another outlet. Text messages that.
Right.
You know, push all this to the side. Let's get down and be personal and handle business like a dog. Meet us down at Jacksonville Police Department. And we'll go over, I'll show you all the receipts I have. You say that, and give them a phone back, and we go from there.
Right.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Well, yes, the invitation is out there, and the invitation is out there. The person also said that she believes that the reason why you guys do not want her help is because she is white.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Is that true?
I'm not gonna put name, but we have a lot of support and love from them people.
Right.
From the white people. We have white people, you know what I'm saying? I tell, you know what I'm saying, all the time, hey, I love you, man, have a good day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They talk about, I want their help. There's been plenty of them, you know what I'm saying, coming, you know what I'm saying, helping us out in this situation.
Right.
I don't see no color when it's doing. You know, I just don't see no color. That's crazy.
Okay, I don't see no harm in like.
I don't care if you could be orange, green, purple.
Right. Is setting up a date or a time or something, going down there and speaking with you guys personally. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's a fair offer. And again, these offers have been extended, not just them, you know? And nobody wants to take them. That is a fair offer.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want some people that feels like they're being targeted and their life is getting wasted and their kids' life getting wasted. And if that can be settled just by a meeting, then just do it. How you want to help somebody? They know your name, they know your kid's name, they know all of that. So only thing they want, sit down where there is some kind of control there with the family, and they'll and then I'm pretty sure you guys can come to some kind of agreement of, you know, they can continue looking for their child. They may be looking in the wrong direction, or maybe your child can't help. But it's easy to do. It's very, very easy to do. Maybe a little tense, but it's easy to do. It's very easy to do. And I would do it if I had nothing to hide, or and my kid, especially if my kid is involved and I want to help. You know what? I had to call my son today and get on him. He didn't want to talk to me. And I called him and I said, call me. So he knows that it's important, right? I don't like to get in my kids' situation, but I have to sit my kid down and say, you know, this is not right. You know, take care of it. We all have to do that sometimes. You know, that's just the way life is.
It's heartbreaking enough to see parents not doing the right thing. Not going to say their kids, know what I'm saying, was involved, or they know what's going on. I remember back in the day, growing up as a kid, if I do something going on, my mama used to make me go there.
Well, right. And you actually, that's how you're supposed to handle it. You're supposed to go to that person, and if they don't want to hear what you have to say, then you bring two, three with you or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Then you take it to the church. So you go to that person, and that person is saying, come on, let's come and speak on it. in a safe place, not his house, her house, or meet up here at Wendy's or nothing. Go right down there and everybody's safe. Speak on it and work it out. And maybe they'll quit. Maybe the Tyrese family will now know more or know which direction to go. Speak to people where it won't be all of that taking it out and I didn't say that and Facebooking and stuff. Girl, I don't know. Oh Lord. My prayers are still with you guys, Mr. Wooten.
Thank you, Miss Ashby.
Is there any last words, you guys?
Just we just want to ask for this continued prayers that Lord give me, my wife, and our family strength to carry on through these long days.
Yeah.
Hold on, Miss Ashby.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they take
My wife, she want to say something.
Oh, your wife want to say something?
Hey, Miss Effie, I'm so sorry. This is not going to take long.
Okay. How you doing? How you doing, Miss Wooten?
Honey, I don't mean to work all day, but I have had a blessed day. And I think my little niece, y'all, she is crying. And I'm just sitting here reading the comments and listening to my husband talk. I was listening to him. This is actually the first one I didn't listen to, and I was listening to him talk while I was on my way home. But as I'm sitting on my porch and reading these comments from this made-up profile, first of all, if anybody knows Tyrese, evil is going to be the last word that you use about my child. He was not perfect. I'm not one of them mamas who going to sit there and be like, no, my child is perfect. My child ain't never done nothing. But do my child deserve to be missing 416 days later? No, he does not. So whoever it is being the coward behind the fake name, you can address me at any time. I can give you my phone number because if I knew the gist of the allegations, because that's what they are, until you prove it, it's an allegation that you are putting out about my son, I would regress it with my son. So if anybody knows me as a parent, they'll put what you say in the rinse real quick, sweetie. So please, go try to get something from somebody else because I'm not playing that game with the devil, okay? Because one thing I'm not is a coward, and one thing I'm not going to let you do is scrutinize my son. That part. And I meant that. So if you got something you would like to say, I will freely give you my phone number, but I doubt you because you don't even have a real profile name. Okay, that part. So I'm going to continue to pray for whoever you is because evil, that was a funny word. I said evil. Evil? My kid? The devil is a lie, and the truth ain't never been in the man, so start being in it today. But anyways, Miss Essie, I love you, and I still appreciate you. And here goes girl, because I just had to get that off my heart, because I'm not going to go to sleep with that nonsense in my spirit.
All right. Well, we appreciate you too. Hang in there. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sure they have a lot of frustration, tension, anger, hurt, pain, confusion, and they keep trying to put a lot of it to rest, rumors. And again, that's not even 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of the receipt that can be provided.
Right.
You know.
Well, yeah, I was told by Mr. Wooten. I was told by Mr. Wooten to just make sure to confirm that this is what we're doing, that I cannot share the receipts that you shared to me with them. And if they want the receipts, meet up with them. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Those particular ones, no.
Okay.
Now, there are some that I have that I'm sure they have no problems with, but whatever I do before I send anything to you or we discuss anything, I talk to them. They get mad at me for calling, but I'm not going to do nothing without their permission.
Right.
my offer is still on the table. If she wants those receipts, meet us at Jacksonville Police Department. I will show her the receipts I have on my phone.
Okay. So what Mr. Wooten said, if you guys didn't hear him, is if the family member on the other side of the Tyrese Gibson family, if you want the receipts, you have to meet him down there at the Jacksonville Police Department, and he will show you all the receipts that he has on his phone. And if you want to set it up, fine. You let me know. If you don't, that's fine. That's on you. But we hope that, somebody will, instead of just sit there and say this stuff. And
all this going back and forth.
Right.
It's time to put it to rest.
Right.
I'll freeze out there, get everything out the way.
And
that's all I can say.
Right. And you know what? If you was reaching out and somebody came to me, I mean, and if it wasn't my son, I would be like, yeah, I know how some people don't want to say nothing, but they want it to go away or something. But this is behind closed doors. You guys can work it out or not work it out, but it would be done a respectable way instead of, playing on words and things of that nature. If you really want to help, because I would say, I would shut it down. I would be like, my child didn't have anything to do with it. Here we are, please could you keep his name out your mouth or quit putting him in the equation because he was here. Let me show you how, I know he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want me to help you, then that's fine. But I just pray that you guys, and they did keep saying it, but people say one thing, but their actions, they do something else. And love is an action word. See, people think they can just say these things and it is. You believe it. No, love is an action word.
Yeah, because I'm like this, I don't, you ask my wife, I don't like text messages. If you can't say what you have to say face to face or on the phone, but over the phone, if it's a serious matter like this, I don't want no over the phone.
Right.
I want eye contact with you.
Right.
And, that's the realest I can get.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me this evening.
And thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Good night.
Okay. Okay. So you guys, I'm hoping that answers their question. I wasn't downing them. I just, like I said, I couldn't understand why they thought the way they thought, but somehow they got a little angry with me. So it's like, wow. So now you're even saying that I know what happened. No, I ain't never said you know what happened. I ain't never said that. But you can take it however you want. I am finna get off of here, you guys. We 1 hour and 5 minutes over our hour. I will see you guys here next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central Time. And maybe it'll be a little bit more positive. But sometimes, when you clean up, things get a little dirty before you clean up. So what I'm saying is, we got to know what the truth is. I just don't let people tell me one thing. And I ask those questions. And they were hard for me to ask those questions because, I don't know. I just don't know. But the only way you're going to know is ask those questions and ask, like, how is it that you could say this, but this person didn't tell me that? So those are the discrepancies that we worked on today. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m., because that's our regular time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to keep Tyrese Gibson's name in our mouth, you guys. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get some answers. Hopefully, we can get somewhat of a result. So I'm begging this person. I will even text you tonight and beg you to meet up with them if you really want to resolve this. All right, you guys, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.